Hey Gemini, I'm Lucy Ravenstone and welcome to my channel. So guys, I'm doing part 1 and part 2. So this is part 1, your full reading, and please check the comments below, the description below, whatever. For part 2, that is going to go into the crossing energies of this reading, so it will give you that kind of further insight. Also let me know what you think about these part 1 and part 2s and whether you like it or not. Because any feedback is really helpful for me to know whether or not it's a good idea to continue with this in future. Okay, let's see what's in store for April for you. I'm using 3 decks for this card, 2 tarot decks, and then my Archangel Michael, just to give us a little bit of guidance surrounding the areas. Interesting. Woo! They're falling out for you. That one. Okay. Interesting. Okay, so we are starting off with the 6 of Swords. So I feel like you are doing really well in the sense of you've gone for a transition right now. Like every single one of us are going for transitions. That means things are changing, things are being shaken up a little bit. But where you are in this, it's starting off for me, it's like you are moving, you're creating movement. And I do get the sense for some of you, it's literally packing up and moving on to newer things. I get this sense of travel, and it may be that you're even traveling as well. Gemini, you're moving forward towards something that it seems kind of... let me see what I'm getting from this. Wherever you're going feels mysterious. I'll say it like that. It feels like it's kind of a new journey for you, a new direction. Something maybe unexpected because it feels like it's secretive, or it feels like it's hidden a little bit. There's something mysterious about where you're going, and it could be that you just decided to pick up and travel and go. And for those of you doing that, that's like really amazing. That takes great strength. You do have a strength card coming up next. It's 2 cards paired, so I will get into that when I get there. But I do get the sense of where you're going is something that's like an unknown, something mysterious, something that you're just not quite sure of. I do feel like you're looking back kind of anxiously, just checking up on where you've been. So this is quite a nervous time for you. Because moving on to the next one, we have Knight of Swords reversed and we have Strength reversed. So both of these cards can kind of have the connotations of negative thought patterns or anxiety, looking back to the past and that kind of thing. So I do get these senses. Now what I'm getting through this for you is I feel like you're ready to leave an era behind you. You're ready to move forward past something. That's what the Knight of Swords is giving me. It's like you ready to kind of just banish what's behind you is what I want to say, because I feel like that's literally what you're doing. It feels like cutting ties kind of energy here. And the Strength card is paired with it. So I kind of want you to acknowledge your vulnerability in this. Like it can be quite daunting. Like even when we're doing this with purpose and intention and for a reason, it doesn't make it any less hard. And I want you to acknowledge your humanity in this, and nurture yourself through it and realize that you're doing the best you can. I feel like that is your best ally, is by being your biggest support. Can be really beneficial for you. But I do get this sense of, you being anxious and looking back because you're in this part where you're about to take a step forward. It feels like the beginning of a new journey for you, and whether it be literal or metaphysical, literal or I can't even think of the freaking word, metaphorical, not metaphysical. Though technically, I mean, we can get some good energy vibes around that. Page of Swords is next. So yeah, definitely intention moving. I'm getting this intended, again, a cutting of ties. I definitely feel like you're moving forward with purpose. Now a page, he's starting from a place of unknown. He doesn't know everything. It's kind of foggy around him. He doesn't have all the wisdom, doesn't have all of the answers, but yet he's ready to move forward fearlessly and take the steps that he needs to. He's ready to learn along the way as well. So I am loving that energy. I'm going to pull a couple of Archangel Michael cards with it to give you a little bit of guidance around this energy. But I'm actually really loving that this is flowing really nicely. I am loving your beginning, Gemini. You and your loved ones are safe, so you're anxious about things. This is basically saying let go of the worries. You are guided through this. You are safe during this. Your intentions are safe. People around you that you love and support, if you are worried about leaving people behind, or you know, whether everyone will be okay, this card is literally that card that comes to say, hey, yes, it was reversed, which means pay attention. My Archangel Michael cards that come out reversed are saying, look, you need to hear this, it's what you need to hear, and it's saying, you know, everything will be okay. Guarded and protected. That and that card together is literally confirmation that everything's fine. You're guarded and protected during this time. Like what is meant to be, it will be. Like you're divinely guarded. You have someone by your side. You're supported on a universal level. I'm loving this. I am going to pull another. I wasn't going to, but I was beginning to shuffle. Sense of humor, so try not to stress. See things from another perspective. It is reversed, so pay attention to this. Don't let your anxiety and any negative influence in you. I feel like you need to realize that you are coming from a place of love here with your actions, which means you're doing things that are in your best interest. And I feel like that kind of perspective and seeing things from a lighter perspective can be really beneficial to help move past those anxieties. Okay, next column. We have Six of Wands reverse. Let's see what I feel for you. I definitely get this sense of what is it? It feels like you know when you have a dream and it's insight, like you can feel like unlimited possibilities. This is what this is giving me. It feels like there's unlimited possibilities moving forward. So I really do feel like you've done the work to kind of get you in this sense of being in this new beginnings. And I feel like you are in this really good spot where you really can take any direction and it's going to be really good for you. I feel like there are directions, like any possibility that you can take is going to be fruitful for you, which means you can't do anything wrong. I feel like whatever decision you decide on, it's going to go prosperous for you, but which you decide on is where you're going to go. So it does feel like you can't go wrong here in the direction you take, and I'm loving that again. I really do. It feels like an exciting time for you, Gemini. To be a Gemini in April. The next is the Four of Swords reverse. So again, like if this was upright, it would feel really differently. But to me, it feels like, again, the anxiety, the negativeness to me is in your mind, but it feels like you are above that. You're above whatever those anxieties are. So I do feel like you can overcome this really easily. It is literally like nervous feelings. Something new is coming. It's unsure. It's giving you this kind of like anxious, worried feelings here. But yeah, I definitely get the sense of you floating into a hole. So it does feel like you are just moving. You are having movement. And I don't feel like you can't stay where you are right now. And I feel like that's part of this drive, is that you cannot be in one space. You have to move, and whether it be to stay still, to move forward. Like you have to make a decision to move forward. And you know that's the way that this is. You know that there's no choice for things to stay exactly as they are. Whatever choice you make is going to turn the wheel for you, and that's the vibe I'm getting from that Four of Swords. Again, it's giving me possibilities, and I definitely feel like it's directional, that all of these vibes, everything that's happening to you, these nerves, it is still directional, and it's giving you purpose. Page of Pentacles is next again, and you have Page in the same orders here. No, you don't. Yeah. So in these columns, you have Page and Page. They are parallel to one another, and so it's like giving me this, like you are ready to take the steps you need, and you're not gonna know everything. Like the Page, he is before the Knight, so he is not trained up, he doesn't know where he's going, but he is willing to take action to that. The Page of Pentacles means that you are ready to step forward in order to work hard, to work towards what it is you want. And that is why I'm vibing here, is that you know that you've got to take these steps and you're willing to put in the work. So I am loving this for you. I will pull another couple of Archangel Michael cards for you. This situation is already resolved, so yes, it is meant to be. This is the right path. It is reversed, so it wants you to know things are going as they are, so nurture yourself through this. Things are resolved, so the parts where you have to make a decision or move away from, it's meant to be that way. It's resolved now. The hard part is to put it behind you and let it go. This is your life purpose, again reversed. So both of these cards are saying you're on the right path. It's saying that, you know, take the leap. This is where you're going. Both of these cards also are nurturing your way through it. Just make sure that you are tending to your needs and realizing that this is how it's supposed to be. So make sure that you are protecting your energy and realizing that you might be vulnerable through this process, even though it is meant to be. Go forward fiercely, let go of all your worries. You have 3 cards that say you're on the right track. 3 cards that are reversed telling you, listen to this. This is how it's supposed to be. This is meant to happen. You're supposed to let this go. You're supposed to cut these ties. Don't worry. Don't burden yourself with those worries, because all they are doing is making it more difficult for you, which you don't need. It's meant to be. You're meant to do this. Again, all of these have nurturing aspect. He is hugging onto that boy, nurturing him forward into the next phase. This angel is hugging her heart center, nurturing herself, her ideals, moving forward. Again, heart center, protecting oneself through this, going forward fearlessly, having that energy ball, that energy center, moving forward. It is light to me. It is aspirational. It's where we're going. It's drive. I'm getting all of those vibes from that. Okay. Page of Wands reverse in this next column. You have so many pages. This feels like it really is new territory you're moving into. Reverse. Let's see what I'm getting for you. So I am drawn to the leaves in this imagery. It's not a major aspect of this, but there's trees and it's autumnal. I am getting that the weather is changing. I feel like things are changing with that. As we come into autumn, when it is more fall weather, we start releasing things and letting go, and I'm really vibing that. I feel like this is what it is meaning for you, is they're letting go of something. It's like being seasonal. It's acknowledging that your summer has been, so that situation, your previous situations, they have lived through their summer. The good times are gone. You're now in the autumn where it's time to harvest and drop all your leaves and let things go of what was. That is the vibe I'm feeling with this Page of Wands. So I have a really itchy nose today. I've done kind of 4 videos in a row, so I start getting all itchy and hungry and thirsty. But I am trying to get these done while my son sleeps. So Page of Wands. So the Wands energy is passion and drive. I do feel like this is, again, something that you desire. Like you're just in this position where you're ready to now explore and move forward. So you're letting a few things go. I do feel like, again, you're looking back and it's kind of like just worries for other people is what I want to say. I got this kind of sense over here that there's concerns for other people involved, or just leaving something behind is just giving you those anxieties and worries. So you are still partly looking back. I want you to be conscious of that. Because the next is 2 of Swords, and this is keeping your eye on the intended target. So even though you cannot see what's ahead of you, I kind of want you to be bullseye attention and paying attention on where you're going and not looking back. There is wisdom in the past, and I don't want you to just release everything and not let go of everything you know, but you need to use that past wisdom in a way of keep moving forward. So I need you to stop looking back and use the past as those wise words, those wise experiences that you've been through, to kind of wear with you on your journeys. I definitely feel like you need to go on a journey. You need to move, go somewhere. Traveling is definitely beneficial for you, Gemini, or taking a move, making a change. Moving on from that energy, we have Queen of Pentacles reversed and 7 of Swords. So again, you've got 7 of Swords twice. You had it as your first card. Was that 7 of Swords? Oh, 6 of Swords. Okay. Yeah, it's the same deck, so it's not the same. Okay, this 7 of Swords energy, it does mean kind of there may be something you're not seeing. Could be sneaky energy. But I feel like your sight is looking elsewhere. You're not focusing on the negative. Sorry, my son has woken up. Come here, Bugs. Did you have a good sleep? It's a very long nap. Give me hugs. I'll continue reading while I'm hugging him. I feel like you're looking away from this sneaky energy, but I do feel like you're holding on to it. Like this could be the looking back. Again, I'm still getting this sense of you holding on to something that you shouldn't be. So be mindful of what that could be. The Queen of Pentacles with this. Let me read them together to see what insight we get there with that. So the Queen of Pentacles, it's more giving me desirables. You're desiring that Queen of Pentacle energy, which is moving up from the Page of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles has done her work. She's in control. She's that feminine energy. She's nurtured herself into that position. And I feel like that's what you're craving is like. I feel like you're not... this is a time now where you've done letting other people be the ones that are provided for you, that have kind of you've been dependent on them. I feel like you're moving away from that. And actually, as I'm reading that, I think you're sneaking away from that energy. You're moving away from that energy, but you are still carrying it. So be wary of if you have been codependent and you're now trying to regain your dependency. I feel like you're actually still holding their hand. You're still trying to keep them with you because it's scary going out alone. This is the sneaky energy. I feel like you are the Seven of Swords. You're holding on to things that you shouldn't do in order to get to where you're going. I feel like you do need to let go of this. Let me pull a card or two for you. And I'm actually going to go with these two, I think. Okay, positive thoughts create positive results. So remember your mindset and how you are viewing things, the way you're thinking is going to control your outcome. Make a commitment. So you need to commit to this. You do need to move forward. I feel like you've just been, even though you're moving and going somewhere, you have been tied to the past and still looking back and unsure. This is telling you to make a move. I feel like you need a nudge or something. This is what you're waiting for because you are, again, holding on to aspects of your situation. This is like, think positively. You've got this. You know you can. Change your thought process and make a commitment. Again, I cannot express enough. I definitely get the sense of go for it. It's just telling me to go through it. And that Two of Swords before was that. It's take the aim and go for it, even if you can't see what's ahead of you. You're alright, Bugs. The Ten of Pentacles reversed. So this Ten of Pentacles to me usually means, like, it kind of how I read it is like it's unity. I feel like actually it's the opposite for you and you're detaching from, again, this feels really independent energy. I would feel like you shouldn't be relying on other people right now. You should be relying on yourself. Be the explorer and explore situations. Sorry, my son is all sad when he wakes up from a nap. Oh. You okay? Enjoy it down? You're staying up. I'm getting the wolf, and I definitely get this lone wolf vibe from this Ten of Pentacles. And I feel like it's a Pentacles card. It's putting in the work, and I feel like being the lone wolf in this endeavor is just going for it, and just detaching and becoming more independent. Sorry, I am very booby in this dress, but who doesn't love a bit of boobs? Seven of Pentacles reverse is after this. You've got a few Pentacle reverse, and it just feels like again, don't rely on other people. Stop looking towards other people's gardens and expecting that. Find your own adventure. Take your own drive. I really feel like, again, you're ending on the Two of Cups. And this is a unity of people, but it's like a unity of ideals. I feel like if you stop relying on other people, take your own direction and go for what you want, you will get what you desire. It will lead you towards a union. I feel like by doing this, you may actually meet somebody. If you're not with somebody, this could be like literally, as in it's going to lead you towards a relationship that you may be desiring. It's going to be fruitful. It's going to be everything you desire, and it's coming from a different place because you are in a better place. This does feel very future-y card. If you are not looking for a relationship, you're already in one. It could be a coming together deeper. It could be, but I've definitely gotten a sense of something new all around for you. I feel like moving away from something into something new, Gemini. It could be literally friendships, relationships, reconnecting with loved ones later on down the line. Because I just feel like this is a time for you to be independent, and that's a vibe. I'm really vibing for you, Gemini, for April. It's independence. One card for you. Forgive yourself, you've done nothing wrong. So don't feel bad that you have to go off on your own. Forgive yourself. You're doing the best you can within the situations you've been given. I really want to stress not about not holding on to something, onto the past, not holding on to anything, and nurture yourself forward. Everyone involved, we're all just doing the best we can, and the best you can is good enough. And I want you to nurture yourself forward and realize that it is scary, it is anxious, and that is okay to feel those feelings, and appreciate that about yourself, that you are still moving forward, you're still going to go ahead with it, despite feeling hesitant and vulnerable during this time. Yeah, loving this, Gemini. Please check out part 2 for the crossing energies. I definitely am excited to see what's coming in for you, so check below for the link for your part 2, and I'll see you next month. Goodbye, Gemini. Oh. Woo. Stop it.